Hey Dolphins fans, before we jump into today's video, and there's a lot of juicy news and rumors emerging from the NFL Combine, subscribe to the channel for more free Dolphins videos, whether it's myself, Mitchell Renz, Tom Downey, or anyone else at the Chat Sports team. We will have you covered with the latest Dolphins news and rumors, so subscribe and stay tuned for today's show. You're watching Miami Dolphins Today by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham. Chris Grier got peppered with questions at his press conference at the NFL Combine on Wednesday. And, of course, he was asked about Deshaun Watson. And at least according to him, it appears that door has been shut. Grier said that the Dolphins will not be trading for Deshaun Watson. Rumors, of course, around the embattled Texans quarterback have circulated around the National Football League for over a year. A lot of those rumors around the Miami Dolphins. There was the whole power dispute between Flores, the front office. Couldn't really tell which party or both wanted to pursue a Watson trade. But now, at least for the current time being, it does not appear that the Dolphins will pursue trading for Watson. And let's be honest, if as long as his legal issues are what they are, that's probably what makes sense anyway. Grier's direct quote said, "The door is shut on Deshaun Watson." Listen, as long as Watson is on the Texans and is connected to trade rumors, I won't completely shut that door. But look, until he's cleared legally, I just don't see him getting traded from Houston to any team, much less the Miami Dolphins. Obviously, he's a special talent. There's a reason the Dolphins have had interest for a very long time. But until those legal issues are resolved, I just don't see how Miami or any other team can really sell a fan base on trading for him and bringing him into their organization. So you transition from that to, okay, what's the situation with Tua? Are you all in on him? Kind of. I mean, here was a quote. Joe Shad had this tweet, who covers the Dolphins, and when he was asked if Tua can be elite, he said, "I can't say he can't be elite." A nice endorsement, Chris. I mean, my God. I mean, I understand why you Dolphins fans get annoyed by this general manager, because he says stupid stuff and he just makes some bizarre decisions and statements. Why not just say, yeah, we absolutely think he can be elite. He's not elite yet, but we think he can get there, especially with new head coach Mike McDaniel. That's all I have to say. It's really that easy, but he decided not to go in that direction. So what would you rather do? You're in charge. You're Chris Grier. Would you rather commit to Tua, type T, if that's what you would rather do, or would you still trade for Watson, type W, if you would rather go that route? T for Tua, W for Watson. Which scenario would you rather pursue? More on the Sean Payton rumors, as PFT, Pro Football Talk, had that report of Miami trying to pursue Sean Payton. Chris Grier actually admitted that. The Dolphins did reach to Payton and or his reps. Now the Saints blocked the possibility of an interview, so that was not going to happen because he is still under contract with New Orleans, and New Orleans has the right to block teams from interviewing him, even though he has decided to at least step away for a year. It's unclear if Sean would have had interest in Miami or not. I do buy the fact that Payton wants to take at least a year off to kind of reset, recharge, and then assess what he wants to do in the future. I'll say this, for Miami's sake, good for the Dolphins for at least trying, right? I mean, how often does a guy like Sean Payton become, even if he's not fully available because the Saints could block it, at least kind of available when he decided to, quote unquote, retire, at least for the time being, with the New Orleans Saints. Good for Miami. You're doing your due diligence to reach out to one of the best coaches of the last decade and a half. So obviously it didn't work out. It probably wouldn't have worked out even if an interview happened. But you did your due diligence, and you should always do that when big players, coaches, GMs, etc., become available on the open market, even if Payton didn't really hit the open market, if that makes sense. Obviously, Mike McDaniel was the choice. Are you happy with it? Do you like what you've seen so far? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Are you happy with the Dolphins' new head coach? Obviously, we won't have any clear answer on that until once the games start being played. But so far, so good, I would say. Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Now, St. Patrick's Day is just around the corner, and hey, I don't want to say COVID's been eradicated because it hasn't, but things have slowed down significantly, so, you can go out, you can party on St. Patty's Day, and you can rep a Dolphins St. Patty's shirt or hoodie as well. Pick one up today at chatsports.com/dolphinsgreen. You throw on your shirt, you get some some green beer. It's a lot of fun. Drink responsibly, of course. Link in the comments in the description of this video. Chatsports.com/DolphinsGreen. Rep the Dolphins on St. Patrick's Day. More from Chris Grier. This tweet from Adam Beasley getting this quote in here. The Dolphins are closer to reaching a deal with Emmanuel Ogbah than Mike Gesicki, but the organization values both. So let's talk about Ogbah first. Look, in his 2 years with Miami, he's been tremendous. 51 tackles, 18 sacks, giving you 9 a year on that front. 4 forced fumbles, and really I think the craziest stat of all when it comes to Ogbah, 17 pass breakups for a defensive lineman. He's batting down a ton of passes, which is, I think, a stat that doesn't get enough credit for a defensive lineman. He's been a really nice piece for Miami over the past couple of years, and I think now he's going to look to cash out. He got a decent contract on a 2-year deal last time around. I think he might double that contract this time around. We'll see what happens moving forward, but Emmanuel Ogbah, he's not an elite pass rusher, but he's well above average. I mean, this is a good player that the Dolphins have, and it makes sense that they would try to keep him. Now, shift from him to Mike Gesicki. You've seen the growth. I mean, early potential, had 5 touchdowns in that second season after getting some run as a rookie in 2018 with 22 catches there. You make the jump to 51 for 570 and 5 scores. Did in 2020 has 700 yards and 6 touchdowns, his best touchdown output. Last year, probably his best overall season. Touchdowns were down, but Tua and Brissett were in and out of the lineup. The offense was a mess, and for him to still grab over 70 catches and almost 800 yards with a couple of touchdowns is still a pretty solid season. I think bringing back a good young tight end would help Tua tremendously. Continue to take those next steps. Keep a guy he's familiar with, a safety valve, if you will. I think that's always nice to have as a young quarterback, and I would still classify Tua as that. Entering year 3, inconsistent playing time through his first 2 years. He's kind of battled injuries at times. I would bring back Mike Gesicki if I was the Miami Dolphins. Now, if you had to pick one, maybe the cap becomes an issue here. Who would you keep? Type EO for Emmanuel Ogbah, type MG for Mike Gesicki. Pick one of your free agents to bring back and let us know in the comments which one it would be. There you go for today's episode of Miami Dolphins Today. We'll have more throughout the week, probably a fresh video tomorrow from Mitchell Renz. We'll see on that front. That's why you subscribe and turn on notifications, because when we post a video, you guys will be notified. More Dolphins news and rumors. We will have you guys covered throughout the rest of the offseason.